Hi, I'm Terry O'Toole. I'm the Director of Litigation at Starn O'Toole Marcus Fisher. I'd like to take a minute and just give you a little bit of an overview on me as well as our trial team, and maybe most importantly, talk to you a little bit about the kind of things that you might want to know if you're going to consider hiring us. I've been doing complex commercial litigation for about 40 years. I've tried cases in Hawaii, California, and elsewhere, and I love what I do. I think it's essential to anybody who does this type of business to have a passion, and that is more or less a segue into talking a little bit about our team. We're a trial firm, and I think that's a distinction that's important. All of us do litigation as a specialty. I do commercial litigation, our shop does commercial litigation, but by and large, what we do, and I think what we do best, is we try cases. One of the considerations, I think, for anybody who's looking at hiring trial counsel, and I often say this to my friends and clients, is that there are certain attributes or characteristics of a good trial lawyer that differentiate those who are at the top of their game from those who may not be. The metaphor I use is if you were looking to hire the best trial lawyer in town, you would probably take the time, sit down, write it out on a napkin, and you'd come up with a handful of names, maybe 6 to a dozen. And routinely, they tend to be the same people. I think that's my experience here. And when we ask ourselves, what is it that makes people exceptional in the practice, it really comes down to this. They love what they do. They're skilled, and I think that goes without saying for many very capable trial lawyers. But there is an additional ingredient, and I think it's a characteristic that is one that certainly is one I like to think of myself as having, as well as our trial team, and that is we basically like to charge the castle. And I think that really speaks volumes in the sense that litigation is not a game that you can be passive in. Yet on the other hand, an overly aggressive litigator is not necessarily what everybody needs or wants, or the case necessarily needs or wants. But I think being on top of it, being assertive, being proactive, and not being afraid to engage in the battle when you need to do that is a quality of a top-notch trial team. And I think that's what we have here.
When you are facing a tough legal issue, choose the fierce warriors and innovative deal makers at Starn O'Toole Marcus Fisher.